1. Looks are the most important factor for man's dating success.
My website, chatify.me, is the ultimate hub where you can get your face analyzed and chatified.
I'm not going to waste your time. The single best thing that you can do as a young man to improve your looks is to build an aesthetic physique.
She's an object and you're everything else.
Yeah. If you're not obsessed with money, you're a born loser. Yeah. You should be obsessed with money.
All right, you know what? Let me cut straight to the chase. You need to get rich, and you need to get rich quick.
So as you can tell, this video is going to be quite different than what you're used to seeing on this channel. But before we begin, I want to show you guys two very interesting pieces of data that I think are going to set the scene. The first was a survey that was done on Weirdos' channel. It goes like this. The Manosphere in the last 2 years has become, it's got 15,000 votes. 17% say better. Okay, not sure what world they're living in. 20% say most of the same. And 50% say worse. That means that 1 out of 2 people who watch Wheat Wallace's Black Pill channel think that the Manosphere has been going downhill. Now let's take a look at Men's Maxing channel. It says, hey brother, which bad habit do you want to get rid of but can't? And there's a habit that basically beat video games, that beat TV, that beat even internet pornography. You know what it is? Watching too many videos on YouTube. That's right, 45% of people said that the biggest thing that's getting in the way of their success is that they consume too much videos on YouTube. And this is coming from Men's Maxing channel, which is very much action oriented. The purpose of this video is essentially to understand what the hell is going on here. Not only why is the Manosphere going downhill, according to most people, but also what type of content is being pushed more and what type of advice are people gravitating towards, because all these things are very much intertwined. And we're going to really analyze the type of content that is being pushed, first from a Black Pill perspective and then from a Red Pill perspective. And as we go through these examples, try to look for patterns because there's going to be a big one that you can't miss. Now, on the Black Pill side of things, we're seeing a massive increase in looks maxing topics. Even on our channel, which is primarily game focused, according to YouTube analytics, a lot of people who watch our videos are searching for things like mewing and face ratings. A lot of these guys are becoming obsessed about their height, or jerking off to various chats on the internet, very productive stuff like that. And that's when they're not too busy complaining and whining in the comments. You're also seeing a lot of Black Pill defeatism. For example, my business partner is Indian and he's relatively on the unattractive side. Whenever he does a video that he releases with an attractive girl, a lot of these guys in the comments will be like, oh, she's a paid actress. Oh, she looks so uncomfortable. Oh, she's probably screaming for help, right? The mental gymnastics they will do to basically justify their beliefs are insane. These guys will literally believe that if you're not Chad and you approach a girl on the street, she's probably going to call the police on you. This is the level of delusion that we're talking about. The problem with this is it creates a very negative mindset, a very toxic type of environment. So basically, these guys truly believe that if you're not Giga Chad, your only options are rope or cope, as they will often remind you in the comments. Now, on the Red Pill side of things, you're actually seeing something somewhat similar. To be fair, Red Pillers aren't obsessed solely with looks. They diversify and they focus on things like money and status as well. So they say gym max, money max, and status max. Also, they're very focused on becoming experts understanding female nature. They do a lot of mental masturbation, try to understand every possible theory. Pretty much do everything besides actually going out and talking to girls. And this is perfectly reflecting the type of content careers that have really taken off in the last several years. Think about who are the most popular content creators in the Manosphere. We got Fresh and Fit, Just Pearly Things, and Andrew Tate. What do they all have in common? Well, they all talk about looks, money, and status, and they also all talk about how much modern women suck. They're all essentially regurgitating the same Red Pill talking points over and over again. None of them are saying anything new or anything that's going to improve your life substantially in any way. Now, compare it to content creators like me or Todd V and Bezos. Now, look, me and Todd V have a lot of disagreements, but the premise behind our channel is actually very similar. Here are some actionable, practical things you can do to improve your dating results with women, right? But that stuff is a lot less sexy. Now, look, I'm not complaining about the lack of views. I'm very happy with the growth of my channel, what I've been able to achieve. However, most people have given the option between practical, actionable advice and watching Myron dunk on some bimbo. They're going to pick the latter because at the end of the day, most people don't want to do the work. They want to just mentally masturbate. Andrew Tate content especially has really been causing people to become more obsessed with money now than ever. All this talk about Bugattis and Rolexes is distracting you from what's actually going to help you with women, which is developing your social skills, right? Money is great. It can be very beneficial to most parts of your life. However, it's not going to substantially improve your prospects with women unless you're going for gold diggers and you're literally giving them money, which is something that I think 99% of people in this community don't want to do. And Andrew Tate is not alone. There's other channels like R.S. Hamosi, which are again just dedicated to money, money, money. Literally, Fresh and Fit says that don't even bother getting into a relationship unless you're making 6 figures, which anyone who has an ounce of brain knows is pure nonsense. And then there's the other side of the coin, which is dunking on modern women. Channels like Darius M literally get millions of views a month by shitting on modern women. They paint a character what a modern woman is. She's a feminist, she's an SJW, she's gonna take her kids, she's gonna hypergamy her way up, and she's basically gonna screw you over the first chance she gets. And the only way you can have a successful relationship is by traveling to a third world country and meeting a wife there. Now again, there's elements of truth to what they're saying. I'm sure women are cheating now more than they did in the past. I'm sure there's also probably shitty women in the 50s and the 70s. Every generation had shitty women, and every generation has good women, including now. There's great girls out there. And what they should be focused on is like, hey, guys, here's how you develop really good social skills, confidence and charisma. Here's how you go out there and how you screen for the right girl. Here's how you should be in a relationship. Here's how you make sure you're not being taken advantage of, right? Nope, it's that modern women suck. And what you need to focus on is looks, money, status, right? Which again, is not going to really help you when it comes to improving your dating prospects. And then of course, there's the drama part. The Manosphere has become the drama sphere. Weirdos had a very interesting thing he said during one of his live streams, which he said is that a lot of these channels, they're trying to tell you how to become, you know, a better man, how to become very masculine men, are actually very feminine in their behavior because they engage in bickering, drama, and all kinds of feminine nonsense. So have you guys noticed the big pattern here? If you haven't, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It is the focus, no, obsession on the external. On the black pill side of things, it's looks. Looks is the only things that matter. Forget about everything else. It's their mindset. Red pill is a little bit better because in addition to looks like gym max, and they also talk about improving your money and stats. However, it's still all very external things. And the unfortunate reality is if you just focus on the external, you're gonna be disappointed at some point in your dating career because it's not enough. I don't see too many content creators besides me and a few other people talking about how to get over your limiting beliefs, how to get over approach anxiety, how to become more confident, how to become more charismatic, how to step up your risk, how to get over any inner trauma that you have that could be holding you back. Nope, it's just external, external, external. Because the kind of stuff that I mentioned requires you to go out there and do the hard work. And hard work isn't sexy, which means it's gonna get a lot less views. Also, I think the drama stuff really isn't helping anybody. A lot of people are looking at that and they're thinking, this is such a toxic community. It's a bunch of grown men acting like 12-year-old girls who are constantly bickering and going back and forth, right? It's becoming a very toxic environment instead of 10 years ago being a very positive environment. So the question is, what can you do about it? And I think the big thing is that you need to take a very holistic approach. You need to combine the external, which I think is great. Go to the gym, get your money situation in order, not for the girls, but simply for yourself, with the internal, the kind of stuff that I mentioned. You need to do both. You need to take a very holistic approach because if you don't, again, you're not going to achieve the kind of dating life you want. And that's ultimately why I think a lot of people are becoming disillusioned with the Manosphere because they're following this very superficial advice. It's not giving them the kind of results they want. Combined with the drama, they're looking at this and they're saying, this crap doesn't work. But it can work if you do it the right way.